Talks with Toast.
Well, Christiera there. I remember when I used to watch this video, and I remember the end part when she was like dancing at a truck site, and I was like, yes, work, work. You're locked in with your hostess with the mostest, Toast and Demers. You're listening to Talks with Toast, and we are live at the West Side. It is 7:39 on the dot, and that means our motivation with our segment is on right now. So do hop onto that YouTube and press that subscribe button if you do want to watch more of our videos and also listen in. So I'm literally like doing a double take. I'm saying it live on radio and I'm playing it on YouTube as well. So this week we are discussing something that's very dear to my heart. I did tell you before that I'm just really feeling love, and I love love right now. And I realized that like that's not how I used to be. And I realized I'm in a transition period in my life. So I went from having a closed heart for the last two and a half years to now having a transitioned heart, and then finally it's going to be opened. So that's what I want to discuss today, having a closed heart, because I've gone through it. It's best for me to speak about it, right? So a closed heart, what do I mean by a closed heart? A closed heart to me is a heart that has a barrier, literally, and nothing can come in. There is no giving and no receiving. So this heart does not give to you, and it also does not receive love, which is really, really sad. But then at the same time, I think there's so many benefits to having a closed heart. I realized in my closed heart period, it happened for a reason, and it was natural. It's not like you just wake up and say, I'm gonna be a savage. Like, you naturally are just a savage, and that is okay. So with my closed heart period, I was like, okay, Toast, like, what happened? Why did your heart close like that? And I realized it's because of various past hurts that went on. And I realized so many people, you know, they feel like they've been battered in life, their heart has been bruised, and then they end up naturally closing their heart because they don't want to be hurt again. Something happened in your life that caused your heart to say, I just can't feel anymore. So you're saying, okay, Toast, you say closed heart happens naturally, so what are these benefits? Why am I going through this? I got it. I got you what you need. So the reason why you are going through this closed heart and the benefits that I have seen are, number one, you get to heal those wounds. I never understood the damage that other people really could do if you allow them to have that damage and allow them to have that much power over you. And I realized that I had to take the time to look back into myself and say, there's some past wounds that I haven't healed from for years. Like, I'm talking years and years and years. And that's what that closed heart allowed me to do. That period and that season in my life, it allowed me to like deal with those issues, so that when I see them springing up in other people, I know how to run. Like, I always tell my friend, when you see signs of someone that's toxic, run, sprint, marathon, get out of there. Why? Because that person's literally going to put you through that same issue before. So I allowed myself to heal those wounds, and then also it gave me time to really, really love myself and cherish myself. And I was like, whoa, like, you like these things. I like going to the theater, I like watching movies, I like looking good at radio. And if I didn't have a closed heart, I wouldn't know these things. Like, I've even decided to go more into my career because I realized I loved working. And if I didn't find that out about myself and who I was during that closed heart period, then someone can come in and tell me, Toast, this is what you like. And I'd sit there and never really know, this is actually what I like, and this is what I want to bring into this new relationship. So point number 3 is it gives you time to actually have time for your career. I'm building an empire, hopefully, in the name of Jesus, amen. I'm building an empire, but that's because of my closed heart season. It gave me time to say, I don't want to give time to the toxic things in my life. I want to give time to the things that are going to help me grow. My career is such an important part of my life, and it could only be so because of this closed heart period. It was really, really weird because people started to then distance themselves from me even more, because they were like, you don't spend time with me, you're always doing this with your career. And it gave me the confidence to know that I'm doing this for a purpose and for a reason. And the people that are meant to be in my life, they will stay in my life because they are meant to be there in the future. My other reason, I think this is one of the best reasons, is it gives you time to reevaluate those people in your life. I'm talking toxic people, people that need to be removed, people that don't want the best for you. I call them enemy of progress, okay? People that don't want you to succeed in life, and you know that they're just very toxic. So it gave me time to realize I don't want you. I don't really like you in my life anymore. Like, you don't support me, you don't grow me, you don't elevate me. You need to be removed. And that's what I really, really loved. Like, it was like my life was just shifting and my heart was closed. And yes, those were the benefits, but Toast, are there any disadvantages? There are. There's so many disadvantages to having a closed heart, and I'm going to just discuss them and be as vulnerable as I can be with you. Having a closed heart, yes, you know, you're not allowing the toxic things to come in. You have this barrier. You're not allowing people to hurt you anymore. But guess what? You're not allowing people to love you either. And I think that is so, so sad. The funny thing is, when you're in that closed heart period of your life, you think that, you know, you're protecting yourself, and you think that you actually have this much amount of love, and you think you're so great. But you don't. When you start loving and going through that transition, you realize that that part of your life is like half-hearted. Okay, let me give you this example. I was hoovering for my dad, he's coming in, and the hoover was blocked, and I had to like unplug it and try to, you know, pour out all the dirt and all the dust and everything. And I realized something was stuck, and I was trying to pull it, yank it out. And the minute I pulled it, everything opened, and it was like when I put it back into the hoover, the box that all the dirt was in, the suction was just amazing, and I realized it picked things up more. And that's what I saw in my closed heart season. Like, I wasn't picking up the love that is necessary for me to grow. Another thing that I saw is that with the disadvantage of having a closed heart, you don't allow yourself to have real connections with people. People feel very disconnected from you. People don't feel like they can connect with you or that you care about them, and you start becoming more antisocial. I was so antisocial, like I did not care. I was so insensitive to your feelings. Why? Because I just couldn't feel what you were feeling, and it wasn't your fault. It was the period of my life that I was going through. So please, please, please be very, very wary of this cold heart season. My advice to you, and I think just take it with heed, is that this is just the season you're going through. It is necessary sometimes to have a closed heart so you can work on yourself, but understand that you are blocking love, and it will transition naturally as well, because that's what happened with me. I woke up one day and I was like, I'm loving love songs. I love all my friends' couples. Like, I've always loved love, but it's just like on another extreme. And I realized that it's natural to go through this, and I don't have to feel bad about my current state in my life. And those people that want to attack you because you're closed, that's on them. You know, I remember I had a friend, I really, really hurt her feelings because I was just going through a situation. She tried to hug me, and I was like, why are you hugging me? And it was because I had a closed heart. Like, I didn't even want to be touched. And I realized that, you know, I'm hurting my friend, and I had to open up. Let me know if you've ever had a closed heart, and also like comment below, subscribe to the YouTube, let me know what's going on in your life. So thanks so much for listening to Talks with Toast. Right now it is green light with Young T and Bugsy. I literally have my guest coming in soon, and I'm excited. You're listening to Talks with Toast.
Talks with Toast.
Baby holla boy, I can bring a lady joy. Who I'm bringing home, we can choose it by the coin. Just a baby boy, baby mo, figure baby boy.